We've had 4 composting toilets, and this is the one we can finally live with.
It took us 2 years to self-convert it. I was pregnant while we did it, so it was a lot.
Time to talk about the octopus in the room.
We can use this off-grid. Our solar actually will run it all day.
All the wisdom was it's time to settle down, pick out a house, and we were just like, we're not ready to settle down. My name's John, this is Danielle, Abraham, and Axel, and we live on this 40-foot school bus, Crusty. Come check it out.
Welcome inside the bus, guys. This is our kitchen. I like to think that our kitchen has everything that a normal house would. I have a deep sink. Our countertop is 8 feet, butcher block, and we can cut right on this. We have a 3-burner stove right here. I don't usually bake, but I use the 3-burner stove every single day, almost every single meal. For the most part, we do have enough space to store all of our kitchen supplies. We have utensils in here, plates and bowls. We have pots and pans under here, extra cups. Cooking utensils are all up here. I love this area. I love my little hooks. I love that everything's right here, grab and go whenever I need. And I love this new rope trim that John put in. I think it's super cute. We have a really nautical vibe in the bus. I just think that really adds to it. The bus isn't completely done. I don't think it'll ever be completely done. You're always working and fixing things up as you see fit. One thing that we did do was we skinned all the windows except for these 4 right here in the front. And I think that really helps with our insulation. And the bus stays pretty cool with our 1 AC unit usually, so yeah. We built this bus ourselves. It took us 2 years to self-convert it. I was pregnant while we did it, so it was a lot. But we finished just in the nick of time. We moved in the day I came back from the hospital. We're in our kitchen dinette area. This is probably the messiest area on the bus. Obviously, we cleaned it before you came, but this is usually where all of it goes down. We eat here. Abe does his homework here. We homeschool as well. So this is kind of like his desk area when we are doing that. This is our river table. My mother made this by hand. She brought the cedar from Maine and then she epoxied it. We love it. This is probably one of my favorite parts about our bus. I hand sewed our curtains right here. They're throughout the bus. I think it adds to the nautical vibe. Down here underneath this mahogany, we have extra storage. We have our heater if we ever need it, extra shoes. And then when it's really hot outside, like when you're in Florida, we have reflectives for all the windows. So we keep those underneath as well. Throughout the bus, we have like a bunch of brass fixtures. We got these from a picker from West Virginia, as well as the mahogany wood. We got that from the picker as well.
We've been on the road since 2018. We started off in a Class A RV, and we travel and sell our jewelry, 14-karat gold and sterling silver nautical jewelry, and we bartend during the busy season, so spring break in Florida or the summer season up in Maryland. So this is a 2010 Bluebird All-American 40-footer. It used to be on a military base in Alabama, and we bought it for $7,500 in a government auction. And then it was about $1,200 to pay for the brokerage fee. Those are the people that buy it from the government auction and then flip it for a little bit. And I'd say we've got about $40,000 in it.
Yeah.
About $10,000 in the solar system and $30,000 for everything else that's gone inside of it. In terms of mechanically, it had 70,000 miles. It's a great Cummins motor, and we haven't had any issues with it mechanically yet.
So now we're in our living room area. I love this area. I'm a lounger. I am usually right here. My boys actually call this my spot. It took me forever to find the couch that was gonna fit here. It's a 8-foot couch. It lays out into a futon, so if we have guests over, like 2 people can fit here. It's recycled leather, really comfy. Like I said, this is my spot. I usually don't leave here. Above the couch, we have a bunch of storage. This is popular wood. We store like diapers in here. John's clothes are in these next 3. This is our TV. You can move it back and forth wherever you'd like. We're not on it much. We're usually outside. but when we are inside, this is a pretty comfortable area for all of us to hang out. We can all four sit on the couch and watch a movie together. So this is probably one of my favorite things in the bus. It's a cubic mini wood stove. The wall behind it, John made himself. We found all these shells like on the beaches from our past travels and stuff. This is our AC unit. It's an RV AC unit. We can use this off-grid. Our solar actually will run it all day. It actually cools most of the bus. I would say in the back it gets a little bit warm at times, but other than that, I would say like it keeps us pretty cool. So through these doors are our bedrooms and bathroom. I love these doors. They're super cute. We have like the nautical vibe once again, the portholes, and my mom made these doors as well. And I just think they add such a cute little vibe to the bus that we have. So follow me.
All right, welcome to the bathroom. So this is a handmade copper sink from Morocco. Danielle found it on Etsy, and we waited a couple months for it to get here. It had no standard fittings for plumbing, so we kind of had to finagle it, but we're really happy with it. The patina looks great. We've got a composting toilet. It's the Think Tank. We've had 4 composting toilets, and this is the one we can finally live with. It has a fan that blows in and out, and also like 2 sealed compartments, so really happy with that. On top of the bathroom, we have a closet here, fits most of our clothes, and underneath there's some storage too for arts and crafts. Next to our bathroom is our shower. So the shower, we chose to use cedar. Danielle's parents live in Maine, and they brought us a bunch of live edge cedar when we were doing the build. Cedar is a great water resistant wood to use. So we did that, and then we epoxied it with what's called captain's varnish, which is a marine epoxy. The ceiling is copper. We hammered that in with a mallet with a round edge. We just slowly tinked it in there, and it has some natural patina coming in together. Our shower head puts out 3 gallons a minute. We had a larger shower head that did 5, and it was just too much. We're probably in the shower, at least once a day, once every 2 days. We also have a tub that folds up and folds out for the kids to take a bath. This is the kids' room. We have 2 bunk beds. They're submarine bunk beds. I traded a paddleboard for them. So underneath here is a bunch of storage for clothes. There's quite a bit of space under here. These are actually the same beds I was sleeping on the Coast Guard when I was first dating Danny when I was 18. So these are special to me. The top bunk bed is our youngest. We net them in with, this is some outdoor playground netting that we installed with a bunch of D-rings. And underneath is Abraham's. The kids always play in their bunk beds. Like, don't get me wrong, the whole bus is their playroom, but they spend a lot of time in here messing around and climbing on top. Once Axel, our youngest, is a little older, we're gonna install a ladder, but for right now, we're lifting them up and taking them out. We chose a wave wallpaper and trimmed it in with some 3/4 inch treated rope that I got off Facebook Marketplace. There's a contractor building a tiki bar, and he had about 600 feet extra, so that did perfect to fill the cracks. Behind this cedar door is our utility closet. So in here is broom, mop, little tidbits like that. Also, the closet for all of the brains behind the operation of our solar system, along with 600 amp hours of lithium from Dakota Lithium. 600 amp hours is plenty of power, we're not complaining, but there's always like, I call it one more battery-itis, where like you can always use one more. Right now, we can run our AC on a good sunny day all day and have enough battery throughout the night to keep everything on. But if it's so hot to where we want to run the AC at night, we could definitely use another 200 amp hours. What made us want to hit the road initially was just freedom. We got pregnant in 2018 with our firstborn, and all the wisdom was it's time to settle down, pick out a house. We were looking at like the ratings of schools in the area, and we were just like, we're not ready to settle down. We're not ready to sit still. So that's where the RV came into play.
We lived in a Class A RV first for the first 2 years, and we were trying to make that the way it came, like work for our lifestyle. And with a growing family, we just decided that converting our own school bus was the best option, and to completely gut it out and make it exactly how we wanted it.
They're not building RVs for full-time families. They're meant for like the weekend. So as soon as we realized that after trying and gutting so much stuff on the RV to just start from a blank canvas, it all kind of came together. This is Danny and I's bedroom. Underneath our bed is a 100-gallon water tank. Behind me is a bus-driven AC unit, so it's connected to the motor. A lot of people choose to take those out and put in a mini split. We chose to keep them, and we paid to get the Freon recharge, because when you don't have any lithium or a generator, you can just fire up the bus and we can still have air conditioning going, especially going down the road. It's hard to keep your bus cool, so that thing definitely works out. On the wall to my left are the storage for all the kids' toys hanging on the hooks. And underneath to my right is all the brains behind my plumbing. This bed is a queen size, and it's a little close to the ceiling. We have talked about getting a slightly thinner mattress, but honestly, like, we're not complaining. It's plenty of space. I trimmed out the bed with some decorative metal grating that I got from Home Depot. Definitely want to be a little careful when you're cutting it because it can get sharp, but I hammered down the edges, sanded them, and then glued them together, and they've held up great. To my lower left, there is an empty space that goes behind the water tank, and that's where we can stuff our dirty laundry. Dirty laundry with 2 babies can definitely tend to start piling up. So a big space to fill our laundry is key. And I do have a back emergency exit window that we like to hike up when we're at a place like on the river or with a nice mountain view. Also nice to, you know, when you're parked in a parking lot, you know, kind of scope out the scene if you hear a weird noise. Definitely important to have somewhere to look out back here. We're on the outside of the bus, the navigator side. Time to talk about the octopus in the room. We had a mural put on here by a swirly painter of Sarasota. She did an awesome job. So we like the octopus. One, they're really cool, but they're also kind of misunderstood intelligent creatures. And we feel like people live in school buses also kind of get that rap. So there is some symbolism behind it. Also, if you notice, the tentacles are holding onto a pirate chest with jewelry spilling out, which is what we do while we're on the road to make money, is we sell our jewelry from place to place, so that definitely had its place there. I built an understorage container down here. On the right side is my propane, water hoses, connections, and then my gray water tank. So I have a 60-gallon gray water tank, which the composting toilet is ran to, because the P-jug was a little much to keep changing out. We have a website, parkinglotpirates.com. That's where you can see all of our 14 karat gold and sterling silver jewelry.
Thanks for checking out our bus, and we'll see you guys on the road.